till we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs, stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die.
I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. I score up in the end zone, do my dance all on a hater. A mover and a shaker, you a novice, I'm a player. I'm from DC, but I'm running through and sacking like a raider. 2 chains on my neck, one for now and one for later. And we don't play fair, baby, we play for keeps. You can pass me up, this is not a bye week. I'm looking for a trophy competition, looking steep. Yeah, I'm training, I've been focused, I've been bombing from the deep. I'm like, move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Move the needle for the city like the championships. All my records go hard, this a champion hit. I've been working for this moment like I've been in the gym. Jumping all over hurdles, I'm evading the pit. Head to head with anybody, take them, I can shake them. I invite them to the fire, then I bake them, I'ma break them. I'm a Hall of Fame legend, they should go and hang my jersey. Made to put in work, I don't think they really heard me like, move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Ain't no stopping me, ain't no topping me. I am up, #1 seed, ain't nobody popping up. Got a squad of gorillas from the jungle suited up. You kicking off against me, hope you ready, get it up. I be booted up, popping out a Sprinter or a truck. Whole team chasing bags while they chasing us. Calling audible, I read the game, I think it's time to switch. You get hit if I miss, then my teammates got the blitz, yeah. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win.
Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Detroit Lions. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Jahan, what are these?
Mike 57. No gain on this defense, no gain.
Say.
Hey, 382, let's 50. Yellow. Where's the hot?
Cousins now to throw on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here's Dalvin Cook, third-year back from Florida State. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. From the gun, here's Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. A first down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. A look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now left side on the swing pass. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right, it felt like a matter of time.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Mike Daniels, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Cousins gives way to Cook. And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3. They'll run it. Here's Cook. Cook with a first down and much more. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 83 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Bailey got the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Stafford dumping it off for Johnson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that, 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Ben Gideon. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Stafford. And he's going to go down again. Daniil Hunter, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Taken from just outside the 30. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a give running right, it's Cook. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football. They're up against a 3rd and 2 to start things out. They run Cook. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a 1st down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey.
Protein spill.
Check nickel.
Lucky 48. Where's the hot?
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 12 yards there, first down Vikings.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Check.
A first down throw for Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. They'll run on first down. Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 14-yard line.
On the carry, it's Cook. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. On third down, Cousins. This is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Amir Abdullah, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does.
The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack. Anthony Barr able to record his 5th sack of the season. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Stafford. And it's caught here, Amendola. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. There he goes left side. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. Bailey got the extra point, and it's now 21-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Throwing is Stafford. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Here's Bailey now for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Makes the score Vikings 28.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Mike 40. Here we go. 40's Mike. 40's Mike.
Hey, 54.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Everson Griffin make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now it's Stafford. He's going to sling this deep downfield. He's got it at the 15. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. T.J. Hockenson, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Let's go, boy. Bring it up.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get position for at least 3 points.
The throw complete to Beebe. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Hey, we're good.
Cousins now.
Let's go. You tighten up. Let's go. You tighten up.
His throw incomplete. The 2017 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. And he finds Cook. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
1st and 10 at the 30.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Again, it's Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kyle Rudolph, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Lions take over.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Stafford now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. The shotgun snap for Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On 1st and 10, Stafford. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Ben Gideon able to record his 5th sack of the season. To try again after the sack. Stafford. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Everson Griffin in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Operating from the gun, Stafford. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though.
Let's go, let's go.
Big 20.
Hey, 40's Mike, 40's Mike, right there. 40's Mike.
So they will go for it. Stafford. Caught by Jones. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. Stafford now 14 out of 17, 82%. And it's 1st and 10. Now Stafford. And he's got Amendola on the connection. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He gets this one to Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. A rough go there on third down, a loss of 4. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. Here we go on fourth. Stafford, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ben Gideon. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 12 yards there, first down Vikings. They run again on first down, Cook. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Cousins. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Mike Daniels make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long.
Mike, 57.
3rd and long for Cousins. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Trey Flowers, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
2nd down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Complete. It's Johnson. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Give them the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Stafford. Open man. He's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. Incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Lions go for it on 4th, and Stafford. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Bailey now for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
The Lions take over first and 10. Let's go! At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Let's go, defense.
Stafford here coming off his pick 6. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Now he'll let this one go. Deep left sideline. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Open man is Galladay, complete. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I really enjoy. We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number 1 for what we've seen this season.
12 yards there and a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Hey, I-7. Gun.
57. Mike, 57.
Cousins now from the 50. Eluding the pressure right. And he slings one that's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Josh Doxson. And that'll bring up 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
After the interception, here's Stafford. And it's caught here, Amendola. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. Here's Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback.
Throwing after the interception. Stafford. And he's going to go down, but a penalty marker too, and they might very well have jumped the snap there. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. From the gun, here's Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Now Stafford fighting through, and the pressure gets to him again.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never play their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Safety's gripping.
3rd and long, it's Stafford. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Check. Big Ed.
Big 20.
They snap it to Stafford. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position.
Check 43. Sponge.
On 1st down, it's Cook. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Running for it, here's Cook. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. So the decision to go for it turns out to be a good one. They get a couple of yards, and as a result, the drive keeps moving. It's now 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Push him back. Watch the twist. Undercrush.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
Here is Cook on 3rd and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. And Bailey able to knock it through. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next? The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. To throw is Stafford. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better take my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get this off my chest. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, don't want to see me when I'm gone. I was strong, was you wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head and when you overstated. Your thoughts are never everything you want till when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the signs of the destruction. I'ma leave it on the side, you wanna cry when the press on this set. Let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma sit in the head. Come on, come on. Oh, baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get this off my chest. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, I said like I'm Dino. Think I'm part Italian, blame it on Gino. Snow your distance from myself. For the genie with the snails in a 5-star hotel. And I wish these well when they wish for me to fail. I might donate petty bills, they can't get it by they sell.
That's why you treat women